Hello there, bookworms. Welcome to this channel. My name is Maria, and today I'm going to read a story entitled The Unbeatable Bread. Hmm. Have you ever believed that you can do something that you've never done before, or made something that you've never made before? Well, actually, nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself. And today's story is about a man who firmly believes that he can actually make an unbeatable bread. The Unbeatable Bread by Littlefield Hoops and pictures by Brad Sneed. So come and read along with me. One dark morning, still dreaming in bed, Uncle John sat up and said, I will bake an unbeatable bread. Bread? Sighed Aunt Lucy. Oh, dread. Oh, wild bread, said Uncle John. A wishing bread, as bright as dawn. His wife gave a tremendous yawn. Uncle John, the children are grown. We've no one to eat it, no nieces or nephews or cousins to need it. No grandmas, no grandpas, no good great aunts. Uncle John pulled on his pants. I will bake an unbeatable bread. I'll wake the world from winter's sleep, melt the snow, the dark so deep. I'll break the spell of this long freeze, bring out the children and the honeybees. Aunt Lucy gave a substantial sneeze. Uncle John, you've baked enough. The kitchen is full of poofs and puffs, cookies and crumb, cakes with chocolatey chips. Uncle John just licked his lips. I will bake an unbeatable bread, an undefeatable bread, a yes bread. Make a mess bread, a loud bread feed a crowd bread. Aunt Lucy sat straight up and said, Mr. Making Bread, Mr. Muffin Head, if we've no one to eat it, and we're snowed in tight, you'll be the one to eat every last bite. Now stop your baking, pack up your bands, stop eating the dough off your hands. Stop clanging your spoons, singing your songs, banging about with your bing bang bongs. I'm baking a bread, sang Uncle John, a waking bread. I'm baking a shaking, waking bread. Aunt Lucy pulled the pillow over her head. She knew there'd be no one to eat the bread. Uncle skipped to the kitchen, stuffed with puffs and puffs, pulled out the bread pans and all the bread stuffs. As he worked, he hummed along, singing his waking baking song. I'm baking a bread, a waking bread, baking a shaking, waking bread. He mixed in the yellow of the morning sun, a whistle in the wind, clouds on the run. The bread, though, rose as he sang along. He rolled it in a loaf, and it wasn't long till the smell of bread baking rose up with his song. It floated upstairs and along the halls, slid out the iced windows through cold damp walls. It sailed over trees, all robed in white, wrapped round the houses snowed in tight. The sweet, witty smell sipped under doors, rose softly, ringing through cracks in floors. It floated by firesides in sleepy dogs' yawns, played in fiddles and old French horns, slipped into hats, mufflers, and mittens, wrapped around alleys, cats, and little skinny kittens. Now, alone by the window, Uncle watched the snow blowing deep, drifting slow, and as he watched, he hummed along, whispered his waking bacon song. I'm baking a bread, a waking bread, baking a shaking, waking bread. The sweet smell roamed over snowy billows and great white hills like giant pillows. It blew into bear caves and foxes' dens, woke rabbits and moles and sleeping wrens. It whispered round snowmen, stooped under trees and whistled in hives of honeybees, rose into the bedrooms, rumbled in snores, and crept with the spiders over nursery doors. A waking bread, a shaking bread, baking a shaking, waking bread. Uncle scrubbed as he sang along, and the smell of bread baking sailed on with his song. It floated over bumps and little lumps. It pulled in quilts and climbed mountainous rumps. Then silently, secretly, by it slid and found them each under pillow hid. Emma and Mia, Lisa, Sam, Miss Boo, on it went to find Stevie too. Off with the blankets, off with the spreads, off with the sheets on the winter white beds. The smell of bread reached down deep, lifted them each out of sleep, and wakened them with dreams of spring. It wafted them off on great soft wings. The sea sang silver, and the skinny moon smiled, and they sailed away the morning miles. And the gray sky ran to gold and red with the perfect browning of the bread. Now here was the sun up and coming, and here was Stevie humming, and a tap on the window, two, three, four, Emma and Mia rapping on the door. Making a bread so fine, Uncle John sang in the big sunshine. Baking a bread so true, there was Lisa and Sam and old Miss Boo. Baking a bread so proud, up flew the bees in a soft brown cloud. Making a bread so good. In came the creatures from the wood, rabbits and moles and singing wrens, foxes and bears, hungry from their dens. Baking a bread, an undefeatable bread. Aunt Lucy woke on the sun overhead, popped off her pillow to smell that bread. Baking a bread, an unbeatable bread. Aunt Lucy tiptoed out of the bed and snuck downstairs to see the bread. Uncle John swung wide the kitchen door, and in they came, tripping on the floor, gathered round and ready, waiting to be fed. A great big bite of the unbeatable bread. The end. So, if you firmly believe that you can do something or make something, it will really happen. I hope you like the story for the day. My name is Maria, and I do hope to see you next time. Bye.